So, hey, it allows you to settle in. Bad weather in upstate New York tonight. I'm going to take it. It was raining here all afternoon, but weather gets you a little bit late, but they say better late than pregnant. Welcome aboard tonight, bud. I'm glad to have you.
Yeah, definitely bad weather up towards the Syracuse area, especially the back roads, stuff like that. Did not take that into consideration in my road trip back. Should have made it back here within a half an hour to spare when you can go only 20 miles an hour. Not a good idea to try to speed around and do that. So
I'm going to tell you what, I'm happy to have my partner back and give a guy the controls who knows what he's doing. So, I'm very happy to see you as I try to settle back into what I normally would do and call a good race. But we're going to go under the iRacingIFlag.com. Green flag, Justin Wells leading Shane Kelly. AJ Cruz, Shane Kelly running third. Frank Gonzalez, Ryan Stillwell, Kevin Herring, Joey Lamb, Ron Pyle, Stephen Moore. That's our top 8, 9, or 10. Ray Burnett is out there. At number 66, we find Tim DeSwart back in 11th. Justin Sick is 12th. Ben Gonzalez, he was starting on the racetrack. I think he may be done for the night, 214. Steve Robbins, Peyton Stevenson, Brad Haldane. We had 16 drivers take the green flag, but Justin Wells, Todd, has been a guy on a mission in the 07. He has lapped all the way up into the top 10, and he's only left the precious 8 on the lead lap.
just watching what was going on through here, trying to catch up just a tad bit, like you said, up to 8th, and that would be Ron Piles in the 8th position. Everybody else one lap down, and watching these guys go at it. I thought Kokomo would be one of those types of tracks there, Phil, that it would be rather hard to navigate. These guys have done it pretty good.
They have done a really good job. I know I was talking about this all day, 90 laps, and I followed these guys closely, and we did see a little bit yellow fever here in the last couple of races. I followed these guys, but I'm telling you what, Pro Lakes at Kokomo, I thought could go one of two ways, and we've seen the complete opposite of what I really thought. We've seen a really solid race. Justin Wells has certainly been the class of the field, setting quick time here tonight. Won his heat race, had an invert, had to start 5th, and drove right up to the field in the first 10 or 12 laps and has put himself out to the lead. And he is driving away from his really good race for second between Shane Kelly and sideways AJ Cruz. AJ sideways, a lot of speed tonight in the 3-4-3.
Yeah, AJ Cruz trying to track down, Justin Wells there. We say it's a 3-4-3, but I see the number 88 on the side of that machine here tonight. 88, AJ Cruz really trying to drive and try to catch the number 7 machine. About Justin Wells, Shane Kelly running in that third spot. Nice looking pace cue for that number 7 machine. Showtime running in third, fourth, like you said, Ryan Stillwell aboard that number 9 machine trying to battle it out, duke it out with Joey Lamb aboard that number 81.
And what's most fascinating about watching that Shane Kelly machine, he was one of the cars that had to come from the B main, so he has done some work here tonight aboard the 7 from the B, now running up to third in that yellow flag, helping him run down the likes of Justin Wells, who's just been the guy on a mission. He's already put himself out to about a 1-second lead, 9/10 over AJ Cruz. Shane Kelly, Joey Lamb, a guy who started 9th in this feature, he is up to 4th, and I'll tell you what, Joey Lamb's a guy who knows his way around pro late models, doing a heck of a job running the top 5.
Yeah, you're talking about Joey Lamb. I was taking a look-see at Kellen Herring there, a 3D Racing number 08 machine. Just watching him go to work on the bottom, catfishing it down towards the bottom of the speedway here at Kokomo. And trying to make that work is you're looking at different lines. It's Justin Wells right up next to the outside wall in the number 7 machine. That looks like to be the quickest way around. He's definitely setting the faster times here. Last time by 13.234. AJ Cruz is 13.540. A whale of a difference there actually on this track.
Certainly is, and they are really boogieing around this joint tonight. I'm going to tell you what, I can tell you 300 Customs was giving away a free wrap to the driver who could get closest to a lap time of 13.300. So we'll see if we can't give away a free wrap here tonight, courtesy of the guys at 300 Customs. We thank those guys so much for coming aboard. But I'll tell you what, the leaders right now, Justin Wells, AJ Cruz, Shane Kelly, they are knocking him at the door, 13.2s, 13.3. So if somebody's able to roll a 13.300, they're going to walk away tonight with a free wrap. That's not a bad night, and maybe a fistful of dough, because this is a paying race.
Yeah, definitely a paying race, and just watching these guys go at it and watching to see what they're actually going to do. It's pretty much topside dominant right now, Phil. The top 4 all running the top side of the speedway here on lap 62 of 90 in the A main. Ryan Stillwell running about the middle groove, though, in the 5th spot. Trying to find something a little bit different, trying to throw a different look at it. trying to be able to catch the top 4 guys as of right now. Those guys have what it takes, Phil. They're pulling away.
Well, they really are. It's actually been a top 3 breakaway. Joey Lamb, they're running in 4th. He's 4.5 seconds behind the race leader. Then you got Ryan Stillwell running back there. Well, that's a good night running in a top 5, but he's got 6.5 seconds to run down between himself and a guy like Justin Wells, who was just making some short work here already. Going to put lap number 65 going on the scoreboard. So Justin Wells is looking like he may be gliding here to an easy roller coaster win here at Kokomo Speedway. I tell you what, it's not Sunday yet, but that's Sunday cruising if you're in that 7 car.
Yeah, Justin Wells there, number 7. The other number 7 peeked down to the bottom there. Showtime Shane Kelly on AJ Cruz. Not able to do anything, not able to finish it off like you said, Phil. He came through the B main, so I didn't get a chance to check any of that. But he started in 11th. He is currently running 3rd, so 8 positions gained for that number 7 of Showtime Shane Kelly.
Yeah, sure. Shane Kelly up there and running in the 3rd spot as I'm still trying to kind of sort myself out from getting out of control mode and calling a race. Tell you what, I got to give you some love, Todd, for doing what you do every night. You know, Ron does it for us as well. Guys like Robbie Buckner from Backwards Hat, our buddy, done it for a long time as well. So I'll tell you what, I give you guys new appreciation for pushing buttons at the controls and having all that going on and calling a race to the level we do. Kudos, man. I'm so happy you joined me. I'll tell you what, a guy who may be sad to see this one end is that number 7 car up front. What was once 1.1 seconds now grown to about 1.8 and expanding. Their cars are going away. Justin Wells' car just seems to get better and better. He's still running laps 13.2, 13.3. You look back to AJ Cruz, Shane Kelly, Joey Lamb. Their lap times are all 13.4s, 13.5s. That 7 cars are falling off like everybody else's.
7 car, and AJ Cruz is in the 4-second bracket, 13.4-second bracket too. Just a tick slower than maybe Justin Wells. Everybody else, and Shane Kelly in that 4-second bracket. Everybody else has fallen off the pace just a tad bit. 13.5 for Joey Lamb, Ron Piles, Ryan Stillwell. Those guys all in the 5-second bracket. So again, a little bit slower than your top 3. And even Lamb showing off the pace there. Stillwell able to catch him and able to work over the bottom side a couple different times. At that time, he got a little bit tight and had to battle it out with Ron Piles. So Piles was able to motor around on the outside of him. But the 9 of Stillwell was the only guy working the bottom side of the speedway, Phil.
He sure is. And making it happen down there is old Ranger Ron aboard the 222. And instead of running the low side of the racetrack, has put his way up into the top 5. He's made his way around Stillwell. He's past Calvin Herring. Does Rage and Ron have enough time to maybe possibly run down to Lakesville number 81 to Joey Lamb? Joey's found himself down low a little bit as well, making some time, but so they're over 7 seconds behind. Race leader Justin Wells, and I'm going to tell you what, I don't want to say it's too early to cue the fat lady and let it sing. I know a few of us have a reservation here to sing a little bit. We're going to have to sing for the post-race show because we had a special birthday in the house today.
Yeah, Robbie Buckner. Robbie Buckner, please make your way over to the Full Velocity Racing Network TeamSpeak. You're not getting out of this one, so make sure you come on over here. Robbie Buckner, I see you out there to chat, so make sure you get over here in time before this race ends as we're watching these guys go at it. 13 laps remain. And just taking a look at where the number 7 started here on the grid, 6th. Currently running 1st, and his lowest is 1st, so it's weird, Phil. He started 6th, but he was able to start for current positions 1st, and lowest was 1st. So.
Yeah, you go out there, Todd. He put quick time in qualifying, did a great job out there tonight. 12.584 was quick time for Justin Wells. Won his heat race going away. Got in the top 3 from each heat, got inverted. So he started 6th, and just like a hot knife through butter, has carved his way up through the field as we have 10 laps remaining in this 90-lap main event, and now what separates him and Justin Wells is 1.71 seconds, a quarter-mile track. That's going to take no time at all. Justin Wells, as long as you don't make a mistake, he may just be cruising to a checkered flag.
Yeah, definitely cruising, as you're saying. He's quite a bit. He's pretty good distance in front of AJ Cruz in that number 88 machine. Showtime Shane Kelly probably about 10 car lengths back to that number 88 machine. We're going to cut it down to about 8 car lengths in that number 7. I don't know if he's got what he takes to catch AJ Cruz or not. And then you got Joey Lamb, like you said, Phil, quite a ways back there. And that number 81 machine, Ron Piles, rounds out your top 5 right now. In that number 22 machine, Calvin Herring having a good run in that 08. He's up to position number 6.
Hey, he's done a really good job. He's had a good solid car all night long. And I'm looking up front. You were saying it looks like Justin's car may be falling back a little bit. Now, this is completely a noob racer set question right here because I don't do a lot of this. I know it's pro lates. I know it's fixed setup. In a fixed setup, can you navigate how much fuel that car is? Or are we all stuck on like the same load?
You're all stuck on the same load, so
Thought
it's
so.
it's definitely some difference in maybe your ratios or stuff like that, the steering wheel, but all stuck on the same load of fuel.
All right, that's good to know because I was wondering if that was maybe a developing story there for the 7 car up front. Justin Wells has already raged his way under 5 laps remaining. Going to complete lap number 87 this time, so this one's getting away from us in a hurry. These guys have won some hell of a job here. 20-minute race so far. There's 20 past minutes, less than 3 laps remaining, and Justin Wells, he's doing good. 1.5 seconds over AJ Cruz. Shane Kelly is... How do you be so quiet running in third? 2 seconds back, no pressure from behind, and really no traffic up ahead. So Shane doing a great job running in third, but the man of the hour is Justin Wells, who goes under the white flag this time.
Yeah, he's getting 2 laps to go. This white flag this time around, like you said, in number 7 machine, Justin Wells down the back straightaway for the final time in the turn. And number 3 on the outside. Nobody's going to challenge him. He's going to take down the victory here at Kokomo. Aboard the number 7, Justin Wells. AJ Cruz going to finish up second. Challenges from Shane Kelly were not enough there for the number 7 machine. He's going to take over that 3rd spot. 4th is going to be Joey Lamb. Ron Pyle's going to round out your top 5. Then you got Calvin Herring for 6th. 7th will be the number 9 of Ryan Stillwell, Frank Gonzalez, Stephen Moore. Then you got Rain Burr, and then you got Timothy Desort, and then you got, I believe it's Benjamin Gonzalez, Justin Sick, Steve Robbins, Peyton Stevenson, and Brad Haldane aboard the 113 machine. Rounding out your 16 cars, I believe that started this event. I think Brad even started this event, Phil. 90 laps. He's only 88 laps down, so I guess he got 2 laps in here. But the number 7 of Justin Wells taking down the victory here at Kokomo Speedway.
He certainly does. It's going to be one great driver there to talk to in Vic Lane, AJ Cruz and Shane Kelly. We will talk to them hopefully here live on the post-race show presented by BladeNo.com. Simple web solutions powered by nerds, but I know we have our buddy Jeff Brown here. I believe our buddy Robbie Bucker from Backwards Hat is here. Robbie, you got a copy? We in?
We're in, brother. We're in.
All right. Todd, I don't know if you got liquid courage in you or not. I'm hoping not. You're driving
not
the
yet.
snow.
Not
You do
yet.
not. All right. Well, here's what we're going to do. Before we do our interviews, we have to say good hello and happy birthday to our buddy Jeff Brown. So without further ado, guys, ready? 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jeff Brown. Go to iRacingGuyFlag.com. Happy birthday to you.
Oh, wow.
Happy birthday, Jeff.
Wow.
Are your ears bleeding? Are your ears bleeding?
Oh, you know what? That gave me tingles, guys. Thanks. I appreciate it. Thanks so much. And again, great show tonight, and I really appreciate the happy birthday. And look forward to talking to you guys after this is all said and done here in the chat channel. So thanks, guys.
What he really means is he's going to pull our sponsorship for singing happy birthday to him.
The shortest and fastest sponsorship ever in Backwards Hat.
That's amazing right there. I love it. As we'll move into the post-race show here presented by BladeNo.com. As the guys are beginning to sprinkle their way out at the TeamSpeak, awaiting here the arrival of our race winner, Justin Wells, AJ Cruz, and Showtime, Shane Kelly. So have to wait and see who we have up there. Is who is up there in the channel? Is I know we get a TeamSpeak user. I know we have AJ Cruz, and hoping to get enough TeamSpeak user is the winner.
Shane Kelly.
Shane Kelly. All right, there we go. It's Shane Kelly. Let's pull Shane down here, and we will move ourselves into the post-race show. Hopefully, we'll be tied by the winner here shortly. Mr. Justin Wells. But we'll move Shane Kelly down here. We'll start the post-race show. And talk tonight's third place finish aboard. Car number 7, Shane Kelly started off 11th, finishing up 3rd. We saw a lot of green flag racing here tonight, man. How was your race car? How was the racetrack? Looked like a lot of fun to drive, and you passed it off a lot of cars.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun to drive. Night didn't start off good. Kind of had some problems there in qualifying and got behind the 8 ball early and got kind of stuck on a one-lane track in my heat race. But I knew once feature time come around and the track got some wear on it, I knew I could wheel her to get her back up front.
It was a great time, and I'll tell you what, I was kind of apprehensive all day, thinking Kokomo, a quarter mile, late models, a bunch of hungry drivers out there with a cash event like you guys put on over here with the Outlaw Dirt Series. I'll tell you what, we saw a lot of green flag racing, a lot of great racing. This racetrack, a quarter mile. Now, talk about the difference of fixed setups to open setups. A little more adjustability. You think we've seen a lot more passing here tonight? Because we did see a lot of one-lane racetrack. Are there two really fast lanes here at a place like Kokomo?
In the fixed setup, it's all about how you drive it. Some fixed setups suit guys better than others, and sometimes it takes a while to get the hang of it. If you're building your own setups, you kind of know how you want to drive the car. Everybody drives different, so it handicaps you a little bit, but it puts everybody on an even playing field. So you couldn't ask more than that. Um, you know, I think early the bottom was quick, but I have a real hard time running the bottom at these short tracks. I like to hang at right rear up on the wall and just let her eat up there.
I'll tell you what, man, did a hell of a job here tonight. Came from the B main, started 11th, a third place run. That's not a shabby bad night of work right there. Shane, been a while we talked to you here on Full Velocity Band. Let me give you the mic here one more time and thank all the great people and sponsors that you have behind your race team.
Yeah, thank you, man. It's a pleasure to be talking to you again. You guys put on one of the best broadcasts out there. It's always a pleasure being called up and interviewed by you guys. It means you did something. And just this series right here, like you said, for coming to this track, one caution flag there and 90 laps. That's just a testament of some good drivers in here. A lot of respect. So you couldn't ask nothing better there. I got to thank Mud Duck Racing. Joined up with them here. Looks like we had a pretty good run tonight. And you guys for putting it on, all the people watching, and the Outlaw Series here for putting this on, man. Can't wait to finish out the year and see how it goes.
I'll tell you what, it's going to be a lot of fun to cover. We'll be here for a lot of the races coming, probably the duration of all of them here for the balance of the season. Shane Kelly, tonight's third place finisher aboard car number 7. Thank him for stopping in. We'll take a little walk further down here and see a guy who had a hell of a piece out here tonight. Our buddy AJ Cruz with car number 343. AJ, this is a fast piece, man. You started up front, you ran up front all night long, and for a little while I thought you had a piece that maybe was going to run down Wells up there in front of you, but a second place finish, I got to imagine you're happy with it.
Oh yeah, I'm real happy with that. Yeah, I thought I was going to get Wells there for a little while. I was switching my lines up, and it seems like I would gain on him a little bit, and then I don't know if I was messing up my line or if he was finding something else, but I couldn't ever really gain much on him. I was just maintaining.
You did a heck of a job. Now tell us about how you think the racetrack kind of played here early on. Did you see a whole lot of passing? The guys like Shane had to come through the field, and Justin Wells did there as well. Cole taking down the win here tonight. He did a hell of a job coming through, but how the racetrack changed? Did it say one groove? Did it open up in 2 grooves? Was it high? Was it a low side? What were you feeling out there behind the wheel?
Well, it was typical Kokomo. The top was the way to be. There was a certain point in the race where I believe the bottom and the middle come in a little bit, but if you run it consecutive, it seems like it kind of bogs your car down.
I'm going to tell you what, you guys did one hell of a job. I am thoroughly impressed the race we just saw here tonight, AJ. It's great to talk to you again, bud. Here live on the Full Velocity Racing Network. We're on Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch TV. I know you also have a lot of great people that join up with your race team, helping you go fast night after night, and it's my pleasure now to give you the mic and let you thank all those people.
Yes, sir. First of all, I'd like to thank y'all for the broadcast, man. Phil, y'all do a really good job. I enjoy watching your broadcast. I think y'all do a lot for iRacing and hoping getting these good leagues out. I'd like to thank the league for posting this. They do a really good job, and we've got some really, really talented drivers in this series. As far as sponsors go, I'd like to thank Hanover Record Service. Tyler, he helps us out a lot. As far as Bourne Wayne, they do a lot for us also. Jerky Dudes, I don't know if any of y'all have never tried beef jerky, but y'all need to try it. It is some of the best beef jerky they got. So I'd like to give a shout out to him and my team, Mud Duck Racing.
Awesome group of guys over there at Mud Duck as well. There you have it tonight, everybody. Second place finisher aboard car number 343. He's got me hankering for some beef jerky, so that's a hell of a salesman right there. AJ Cruz with a second place run. So we've talked to third, we have talked to second. It is my pleasure now to throw it down to BladeNode.com Victory Lane, where our buddy Todd, better late than pregnant, but he's here and he's in Victory Lane with Justin Wells, the driver of the 07 in the winner's circle.
Yeah, down here in BladeNode.com, Victory Lane with the driver of the number 7, Justin Walls, taking down the victory. Justin, man, it seemed like you got out front and you were able to check out. That yellow really didn't phase you, but, man, you had a hot car here tonight. Tell us about your race.
Well, honestly, when I started 6, I was like, man, AJ's good. I was watching him in that second heat race, and I mean, them guys are a class act. So I was a little worried when I seen AJ on the bottom because he can really rotate that bottom. But I got by him on the high side, and I seen some black coming up through the top of it. I was like, now's my chance. So I got just about a car length ahead of AJ, and I turned down, and I just really rode that bottom best as I could, and I got up next to him. I was like the second, I think it was Justin Sick at that point, and then I don't remember who was leading. Got up beside him. I was like, oh, we got a chance here. And I just seen the top keep getting slower and slower. So about just the middle portion of the race, probably about 40 laps, I just really rode that bottom as best I could. Then I seen AJ move back up there, and I just kind of watched him for a few laps, and I seen that he barely started gaining. So I went back up the high side and tried it, and it just felt good. And I mean, and the people we race against, once I came up to them, they gave me more than plenty of room. These guys were awesome tonight, and for a quarter-mile racetrack, only one caution. That speaks for these drivers. That's awesome.
Yeah, definitely a fantastic showing there. One yellow flag, like you said, at Kokomo, quarter-mile track, and definitely not an easy track to navigate either. The bottom goes away, starts getting a little bit slippery, and then you go up top, and the lane changing, that's what the impressive thing is here, I think, is when do you actually know when you have to go from the top to bottom? If you weren't paying attention to AJ Cruz, when would you have known to try that top side?
Honestly, I knew I was going to have to go back there up sooner or later. It's Kokomo. I mean, I just seen some slick spots starting to come up in the bottom. I was like, well, it's probably about time to get up there. I mean, that's about time you notice, because Kokomo is just a top dominant track. I tried rolling the middle there for a little bit, and AJ started catching me again. I was like, all right, well, I better get back up high side, because I knew if not, I'd just been toast. And so I got back up there and try to get as big of a lead and then be consistent. And then the last 10 laps, I kind of started messing up a little bit and getting into the wall, and I kind of hurt myself a little bit. If I would have just slowed down and kept a little less tire spinning, and I'd been a whole lot better. But I can't complain too much. We had a good night.
Yeah, definitely a good night, especially when you find yourself down here at BladeNode.com, Victory Lane on the Full Velocity Racing Network. But I'm going to give you the microphone one more time, Justin, and let you think, or let thank you this evening for getting you that big W.
Well, I want to thank Richard Spar for starting BWR, the team BWRDR, RBRC, Hanover Towing, Midwest Sheet Metal, and Heatwave Graphics. I mean, they made all this a really nice team, and I can't tell them how much I say thank you for this, because this is really fun. I really enjoy doing this.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, taking down the big W here tonight at the Kokomo Speedway, driver of that number 7 machine, Justin Wells, Phil. Fantastic showing here. That's going to do it down here at BladeNode.com, Victory Lane. But, man, it was a great race for what I was able to catch of it. I was watching you. I was on my trip through here trying to navigate the bad weather, the bad roads, everything else to try to get here. But I finally got here, was able to take over the controls and show you what everything is going on here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Phil definitely trying out there, but again, guys, he's kind of never done that before, and it's not the easiest thing to do.
No, and I had like 3 minutes to spare to tell me you weren't coming. I had no logos prepared. The overlay didn't work. The sounds didn't work. Nothing was going right. I panicked, but it was time to get the go button. So we did what we could, and I think we had Shane Kelly still here. Shane, you had one more thing you wanted to add here before we get off the air.
Yeah, yes. Our racing, you get on here, man, you run against the same group of people, get to know a lot of people and friends. And, I seen there on Facebook there last night about Katie from needing some help there to go be with her dad. And so anybody out there watching it can maybe donate a little bit to a big race fan and a big community here. Help her out and get her a gold set so she can go be with her dad.
I absolutely agree.
Yep,
AJ, you also
agree.
said you had more.
Yeah, I wanted to chime in, man. I forgot somebody that needs a huge shout out. Milner Designs designed this car for me, and I told him that I'd give him a shout out. I wanted to do it on a win, but I couldn't do it on a win. So kind of wanted to throw that out there. If you're looking for a guy who turns around a paint job extremely quick and will work with Milner Media and Design, is the guy to look up. And I also wanted to thank Irish Sci-Fi. I believe I forgot them earlier.
Oh, absolutely great by you guys to do that. So great to have these guys aboard. That's why we got good friends out here, Shane and AJ and Mr. Wells out there in Victory Lane. Thanks all these guys playing along. I'm glad Todd got here when he did, and thank God we got happy birthday to Jeff Brown. We got that out there for
Didn't get my catchphrase though.
We didn't get the catchphrase. We didn't get to talk about the poker series, second race of the poker series that these guys over here. So we'll have to get Chris in here next race and let him talk all about what's going on with that poker deal. That sounds like a really cool deal as well. So for all that gang over at the Outlaw Dirt Series 300 Customs, thank you for coming aboard here tonight with this series sponsorship. Also got to thank, of course, Team Hard Motorsports, iRacingIFlag.com, Foils Trucking, J-Max Journeys. Check them out today, jmaxstrong.com. BladeNode.com, the South Texas Speedway, Milner Media and Designs, Sheffield Graphics, Trash Panda Graphics, The Pit Pass by Katie Dugas, 3D Racing, JP Designs, Cyber Thunder Racing League, iRacing Dirt Painters, and the TDR Racing League. For all of us here at the Full Velocity Racing Network, for Todd Stanton, Jack Truin, Ron Piles, all of us that make up behind the scenes, Phil Lacasse here. We're going to sign off tonight. We'll see you back here live tomorrow, a big doubleheader. UDRA, I believe, at the Lernerville Speedway, and then the DWRL, Dirt Warrior Racing League Sunday Shootout from the Liveland Motorsports Park. So a big double bill tomorrow. I hope you'll join us as well on your source for esports racing. Good night, everybody, here from the Kokomo Speedway.
Hi, Phil.
Good night now.